Hi friends, Amanda GoGo Fit here. I'm going to show you how to fix your neck. Super simple. Watch and learn. Ladies, put your hair up. You don't want your head having a ponytail or anything back there and your hair will get caught. So I usually just typically roll my hair up and twist it in a little bun. Clip it or whatever. Boom, okay? You need a lacrosse ball. We're gonna get started. First, we're gonna start with lateral flexion with our neck. You're gonna tilt to the left, tilt to the right. Try not to rotate your chin at all. When you tilt to the left, pretend it's sliding up against a wall. Matter of fact, you could do it up against the wall and tilt. Whichever way is stiffer and can't go to is the side you're gonna do first. Mine is more difficult on the left than it is to the right. My head, and typically most people's heads, are closer to the right shoulder because we write with it, so they naturally just get fused together by fascia. So on this side, if you're the left, where the left was restricted, you're gonna go left. If the right was restricted, you're gonna go to the right. And you're gonna put that ball wherever you feel pinching or congestion or a blockage. In other words, your muscles need to fold into each other. That's how muscles contract and release and all that. They go like this constantly. Long stretched muscle, short contracted muscle. There you go. So I'm gonna go to the back of my trap right here where I felt congestion, and I'm going to go low and just get it started there. Once you start there, you can roll it to the area that you couldn't get to. So the range of motion, your flexibility stops here. Flexibility is your ability to flex. The muscle can't contract, it can't shorten, therefore it cannot flex. So you're breaking up the area. So I'm using my body, my legs, like I'm squatting up and down the wall, and I keep my head in the position I can't get, and I'm rolling the ball to that area. Once I find an area that's very conflicted, restricted, I'm gonna hold it there and just let the muscles sink into the ball. And you might have to lean on your tippy toes or put pressure, whatever it is. And you can even kind of wiggle a little bit, active release it. It just allows you to slip into the muscle better. And I am rolling around on this side. Now, if the ball's kind of high and on my bone, it's getting close to the bone, you can get as close as you want to the bone. Do not be on the bone, so therefore I'm gonna take the ball. I'm using my head to support me. You don't have to do this, but I lay my head there and then I put the ball in a different position. It'll strengthen your neck too as you do that. So it's a great exercise for your neck. So you take the ball off and you're pushing the wall with your head. If you did not push the wall, you would look like this. So I'm pushing my body weight off of the wall and not strengthening my neck. But back to what we're doing, okay? Ball is gonna break up the restriction. I'm going a little lower my shoulder blade. You'll notice as you release one area, your body will talk and it will tell you where to go next. You go to that part of the muscle group. And then your body releases there, and then it will tell you the next area. You just keep going through the areas, itemize it one at a time, roll them out, hold the pressure on, or active release. You can move your arm around. Whatever feels like it's working, you'll know, you'll feel it. Ooh, and don't be alarmed if you roll over a big nasty ball. That's not the ball, like your actual knots. I'm gonna find that again. Now, everything in this shoulder stems from the elbow, believe it or not. What I mean by that is that every degree that your elbow moves, like Pinocchio, lifting up, there's muscles that tie in through this whole band that have to work. So as you are moving your elbow around, you're gonna find certain degrees that irritate or talk. That's what you wanna break up. So we went from neck rotation. I'm telling you to work the shoulder too as well while you're here, but you don't have to, because right now all we're doing is working on correcting the neck. But if you have neck issues, a lot of it stems from this. So move that elbow back and forth in circles as if you're painting a circle. When I tell my clients to do a circle, they'll kind of do like a diamond because they're lacking range of motion. But if you visualize a circle, you're gonna get every degree and you're gonna find things go slow, because right here at this degree, I can feel a huge knot and I'm gonna roll right over it like Play-Doh. Iron it out, dough it up, okay? Up and down I'm going, okay? And then even open, close, blah, 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 okay? Now we reassess. We're gonna go left. Oh, so much better, right? Ooh, now the right one's harder. Before I did this, the left side sucked and the right side was winning, but now they're kind of neutralizing. Don't judge the first couple because you have to give your body a chance to reposition and reshape. So I can go to the left shoulder without lifting up and compensating or having this come up. I can go to this shoulder. Oh, not really. There's a little, I'm gonna go right there. You can go from this way, you can go from that way. I'm putting it right on the area that was kind of in the way of me getting spinal flexion to the right. So I'm gonna get low, lean into that little spot, and drag my head to where it won't go. Hold it there, hold it there. Oh yeah, it's slowly melting like butter. So I'm gonna go up and down wherever feels needed. You'll learn the more you do this, I promise. You'll be addicted. Healthy addiction though, I'll say. Okay, so now, I'm gonna do a little active release. Move my elbow around. Big circle. Ooh, other way. I'm cracking all over the place. That's good. That means there's actual space in there. Ooh, yes. Okay. Now, lateral flexion for my neck. Can I go to the left? Can I touch without anything pinching? Okay, can I go to the right? Oh, yes. They're neutralizing. La, 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 love it. Okay, so now lateral flexion is good. We're gonna do rotation. This is where it gets icky, but it's safer now because we just did that, okay? So we're going to bring our chin to the left collarbone, okay? Make sure when you do it, you're not cheating with your shoulder. The body likes to compensate. Okay, so I can touch the left collarbone. Can I touch the right? Yeah, I can. If you can't, same thing. Go to the side where you feel it hurting. So if you're like, I can't get to here, that means just go wherever you feel blocking you. Break it up. You just put it on the spot and roll it around, hold it, active release it. Those are your choices. Roll it or you move. So either the ball moves or you move, or what was the other one? Active release, which is move your body. Sorry, I'm thinking out loud here, folks. Give me a break. No, just kidding. Okay, so if I can touch the left collarbone to the right collarbone, I'm gonna check more rotation without chin tucking. So next is gonna be, how far to the left can I look? How far to the right can I look? If you can't tell, go up against the wall. Look straight ahead. Head is flat to the wall. Without coming off the wall and tuck your spine to the wall, you wanna be anatomical. What that means is, if you have an arch in your back here, you're gonna fill that gap by pointing your tailbone forward and flattening your hips on the wall, okay? Now, I look left. My left ear can touch. My right ear can touch. Right here, there's a little restriction going to the left. I'm gonna go right in the rotator, this big bone right here to the left. That's where I felt it. I'm gonna go into the exact same movement I was doing. I was looking left without tilting. This is different. There's test 1 was lateral flexion. Test 2 was rotation with flexion. This one is no flexion. Just look left, pretend your chin's on a table, look right, okay? So I'm breaking that up. You can use your arm too. And, ooh, it feels so good on my neck. I go up and down the neck. If you have neck pain back there, you can use the ball and you're gonna follow it up. The whole point here is to use the ball to find any restrictions that are keeping you from having range of motion, and you're gonna myofascial release it with the technique of this lacrosse ball and what I'm teaching you. Okay, so after all of this is said and done, you should be able to lateral tilt this way or this way. You should be able to look left and look right. Now the next one is, can you look down? Can you look up? This one can be a little tricky. Our heads are already hanging down and getting further and further away from our shoulder. Our ear and shoulder are supposed to be lined up. So we're already drifting this far forward, so people can already look down, no problem. But the problem is that these muscles in the back are now tight in a long stretched position. These are all shortened in the front, and the back muscles are long and they won't contract, they won't fold in. So when you look up, they just jam and alert, stop, stop, stop. We are having issues. We cannot shorten, because in order to look up, these muscles have to become short. So what do? Well, if looking up means that we can't contract back there, there's no room for flexibility or flexion, you're gonna look up as far as you can, and when you feel a pinch, that's where you're gonna point to with your finger. So you go up, you're like, okay, I feel a pinch right here. We're gonna put the ball right there, but when you go to the wall, you're gonna stretch your neck forward and down and then up. So my bun is in the way, so ladies, get that hair more like sumo wrestler, put it right on top of the clip, and I'm looking up. Oh man, it just popped as I did that guy, like up. Oh, there's so many different movements for your neck. Okay, so pretty much you're moving the head forward. The average pound head's like 16 pounds, I think, so you come forward. It's gonna stretch everything, but it needs to be able to shorten, so you're gonna go back up, and you're kind of looking up at the light, so to speak, okay? Then you're gonna turn your head this way. Still have the ball in there, and look up at the light, okay? It's a tricky area to go, but then what we're gonna do is all along the spine so here is the spine, my forearm. The spine is the bone in the center, but the bands on the side, the rector spinae, the thoracic, all this has fascia laced into it, so we're gonna unrestrict it. So we're gonna go up the whole spine. After this, you're done. You can test your neck, and even your back, if your back has been irritating you, should feel wonderful. Then I can teach you spinal rotation too, but let's go to this, okay? So you could put it mid-back, and you just go up, parallel to the spine, not on the bone. And yes, your legs are gonna get a workout in this because I'm in a squat position. I'm leaning all my body weight. And after I go up and down it several times, I'll move the ball lower, get the lower area. The best is if you can do the whole spine. From down to the dimples of your back right here, the PSI, all the way up to the top of your neck where we just were. Up and down the left, up and down the right. You with me? Okay. So I'm putting it back in, and I'm parallel to the spine, and I'm going up and down. You know what? I'm gonna reposition this a little lower. Up and down. Now you can go back and forth, left and right, in your mid-back. Then you can go to the left lower, to the right lower, or you can just do one side at a time. It doesn't matter. But I mentioned something about spinal rotation. Your spine, pretend it's a pull stick in your body and it holds you upright. It can get twisted facing to the left, and that means the whole thing. That means your hips, your ribs, and your head are spinal rotating. That's what happens as we age if you don't catch this. So if you already notice that you're having signs of this, don't worry. We're gonna fix it as best as we can. So you're gonna look to the left. Most people's hips and spine rotate left because most people are right-handed. So that just kind of starts with trunk rotation. And then we sleep on that cheek, and then the hips go because it's all fused together. So anyhow, going to the left should be easier. So we're gonna go to the right. We're gonna go as far as we can to the right, and you're gonna notice the muscle tension change in your back. That means we are limited range of motion there, and these are the muscles that are jammed in that position. So we're gonna continue to look right, try to get your sternum to even rotate a little bit with you. And if your right knee is more in front of your left, make your left one more in front. That will just rotate your hips. Okay, so we're facing that way. And you don't have to do these things. Play with them is what I'm suggesting. Feel what it feels like. There's 1,000 different ways that you can position your body, and you want to find as many as you can because that's the range of motion you're going to get back in return from it. Okay, so I'm looking this way. You can even pretend you're driving with the opposite hand up because most of us are like this on the way out. So let's do this way. Pretend you're driving like that and go up and down your back. Ooh, right? We're finding all the good stuff. So let's say that you spent some time going up and down your spine. You should be able to look as far as you can this way, as far as you can that way, without having any back signaling restrictions or your neck. And lateral flexion to the left, lateral flexion to the right. As we age, you'll see people walking on the beach where they have lateral flexion like this, and you're like, how did that happen to you? We're molding to gravity every single day. So if your head is more on one side, that's the way you're gonna go. Your posture today is how you're gonna be when you're 80, 90, or worse. So let's fix it. We don't want to continue blah, blah, blah. Okay, lateral flexion, rotation, rotation, and chin tuck, and look up, and you should be good to go.